My name's Peter Higgins. I'm from Land Design Studio, and the session I've run today is about design, but it's about how museums have reinvented themselves and visitor attractions, science centres had to move or had major renovations. So the thing's about change really, and how it's impacted not only on design but branding and the whole profile of the institution and how they've accommodated that in what in fact is usually quite a big move or a big change. My favourite presentation was from my session, and the man that gave it is Tom Rockwell, who actually, for what it's worth, his grandfather was Norman Rockwell, who was a great American illustrator. But he was really very coherent about what he's doing at the Exploratorium, which is a science centre in San Francisco that moved from a building it had been in for about 40 years, and it's moved downtown to a big new pier. And what I love about it is that it introduces children to science and in a very fun and imaginative way. So what I'm really pleased about is that it's reinvented itself. And it's going to be bigger and better, and more people are going to see it. And I'd love to work with him. And we talked a little bit about my work, our work, and what we do, and how it might relate to what he does. So who knows? We've opened the door. Richard Curtis has opened the door for me. The early session this morning, which was about social media and TripAdvisor specifically, were really interesting because I think that the use of social media has completely changed the way visitor attractions and museums work. And what's interesting is that none of it has been planned by the institutions themselves. It's all been brought upon us by social media. It's just happened, and whether you like it or not, it's happening. And we institutions have had to change and had to adapt and had to, the conversations out there, then you've got to be a part of it, is the kind of, is the message. And I just thought it was really important that we had a kind of formal presentation to explain some of the science behind it and the methodology and the techniques behind it, because we're all lost. It's all new to us, and we need to learn about it very quickly because it's about survival. As always, I think TiLE brings together a really interesting group of people, and it's partly to do with networking and socialising and getting to meet sometimes your peers, your friends, but also competitors. And it's interesting that you very rarely meet competitors. You just pass by them in a corridor when you're on the way to a pitch, competing against one another. But here it's much more informal, and you can have a really nice chat. But most of all, it's a meeting place. We all operate in silos, and I think we need time and chance to get together and to exchange ideas. And it's always been about that. I've been to lots of TiLEs, both in the UK and abroad, and it's always really valuable. It really pays off, and you come away with names, contacts, projects, new ideas, and sort of inspiration really. So it's a valuable meeting place.